the fish tank guy store here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. This Labor Day Monday morning, I got a ching ching. Sold this 44-gallon corner Pentagon complete setup on eBay. I had this posted locally for 400 bucks, and on eBay I won 450 to cover my eBay and PayPal fees, and somebody paid me 450 for it, and it's ready to be picked up this morning. Waiting on Roadie.com. Roadie.com is a great service that picks up and delivers. I thought there was only on the East Coast, but I'm being told that they do nationally as well. Excuse me. And so yeah, I mean, the end buyer, they set it up with Roadie, and then I got a text this morning from Roadie that they're coming out this morning to pick it up. So right now it's all packed up, ready to go. Usually when I pick up tanks, I usually pile in as much as I possibly can inside the tank that's not super fragile, and as long as I don't make it too heavy to carry, then this is the way I do it. This way you're making two trips, the tank and the stand. Really nice setup. Sold on eBay. You know, a lot of times I price stuff. I think I price it, fairly accordingly, what I think the market can bear, depending how hard it is to find. Corner tanks are really rare to come by. And from time to time, stuff like this, I get a lot of naysayers. Oh, your asking price is way too much. Oh, you got to go less. Oh, you'll never get that much. And there you go. Proof positive. They sell. And look, and the person that bought this in New York, I forgot what part of New York. I forgot. I think it starts with an H, but I forgot. It's not like the common counties, the common cities that I'm used to hearing. But yeah, and I didn't Google the zip code to see, out of curiosity, how far is it, more than 2 hours or whatever. But yep, going to New York, 44-gallon corner Pentagon complete setup. Sold on eBay. Waiting for Roadie.com to pick it up. I first got hooked with Roadie.com about, I want to say about 4 years ago. I had an old school 80-gallon, 5 foot long, 12 inches wide, maybe 21 inches tall. It was an odd sized tank. I believe it was made by Oceanic, and I had it listed locally for 80 bucks, and I put it on eBay for 100 bucks. And lo and behold, maybe, I don't know how long it took to sell. I think it was pretty quick. Maybe about a month later. I think it was pretty quick. I thought it would have been posted a whole lot longer than that. But someone in Manhattan bought it. I had it posted on eBay for 100 bucks. Somebody in Manhattan bought it. And when I looked at, on eBay, what city, what state they live in to make sure it was local, and I saw that it was in Manhattan. I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh snap, they're going to drive 2+ hours to get this tank. And it wasn't like the prettiest looking tank. I mean, hey, it was what it was, but I mean, it was a little rough looking in my opinion. But yeah, a couple days later, or maybe that same day, the guy that bought it, messaged me, hey, I'm going to have Roadie.com pick it up. I've never heard of Roadie.com. And sure enough, a couple days later, this guy came with his wife, and he had a pickup truck and a enclosed trailer. The trailer could have been like a 12 foot long trailer. And I believe they came down south, from North Carolina or South Carolina, Virginia, somewhere down there. But what they was doing, what Roadie.com does, I guess this is how they made, how they really make some money, is that the guy was driving up the East Coast and picking up and dropping off, picking up and delivering, picking up and delivering. So he came to me, picked up the tank. I gave him a hand carrying it out. We loaded it in his trailer. He wrapped it up really good in blankets, which I think was an overkill. But hey, I mean, that's fine. And he took off to go to North Jersey to pick up something else that had to be delivered to a little further up north, maybe New Hampshire, Rhode Island up there. But Yeah, it was really interesting. Outfitroadie.com, and still even more amazingly when I asked them, and I was curious, what are you charging the customer to deliver this tank? And he said, well, usually I believe the split was 60-40, 60 him, 40 Roadie.com. I believe it was something like that. And he said that his split was like $58 or $59. So he said, so he assumed that, Roadie charged, the person like about $100. And I was like, still in my mind, I was like, like literally $100 to me, like in a way, I just couldn't see it like worthwhile driving for him to drive down from New York to pick it up for $100. Like I don't know, but I guess like the way this guy was doing it, picking up, dropping off, picking up as he was making his way up the East Coast, and then he would do the opposite, like go back down towards home and pick up and deliver, pick up and so doing it like that, I guess, you can make money. I mean, and the way his wife said it, they get to see America, up and down. Pretty amazing, pretty amazing. I was just really, amazed by that. And so far I've used Roadie.com now. I want to say possibly, this right here might be like my 8th time. And only one time I had one hiccup with them, only one time. And it was that the person came, I think the vehicle wasn't big enough. They came with a really little, like a really small, mini SUV. I don't know, a small SUV. It might have been like a Jeep Liberty or a Tracker. It was kind of small, and the tank didn't fit comfortably, and they couldn't get it, so they left empty-handed. And then a couple days later, somebody else came, a different driver, with like a Dodge Caravan or something. And it fit in that perfectly. And then besides that, the only other hiccup might have been, I think that was the same hiccup that the guy bought it. It was I'm sure it was a 54-gallon corner bow front. I'm sure it was a 54-gallon. And the guy lived in Pennsylvania, but kind of like borderline Pennsylvania. Here, I'll show off my room divider fish tank if you guys getting tired of staring at my 44-gallon corner Pentagon. You can see my personal African cichlid tank while I'm babbling about Roadie.com. And for whatever reason, he was like borderline Pennsylvania, New York. So he was about a good 3 hours and something away from me in Philadelphia. And it took about almost 3 weeks, I think. Back and forth, different drivers, not available. Was supposed to come, didn't show up, canceled at the last minute, whatever, just back and forth. The guy kept calling me, texting me, I apologize. And I was being more understanding. I was like, hey, I know things happen. I was already paid for already, so I mean that's, I really wasn't sweating it all like that. But yeah, and finally it got picked up. And yeah, so I've gotten stuff picked up for me, and it's been delivered numerous times to New York. One time to Pennsylvania up that end. Another time Maryland, and it was pretty interesting because the lady came. It was a lady. She came from Delaware. She was driving like a Suburban. Or a newer, it had to be a Suburban. I don't think it was a Tahoe. It was a long one. Yeah, it had to have been a Suburban. Black. It was like one of those almost looking like official type vehicles, like from the government or whatever. But she did, I think she did Uber and Lyft, but she did that also on the side. And then she also did Roadie.com, where she came from Delaware to Philadelphia to pick up a 65-gallon setup, complete, really nice wood canopy and everything, to deliver it down to Maryland. And I was like, oh wow. So she picked it up on a Wednesday. I think she picked it up on a Thursday, drove back home, and the next day, Friday, delivered it to Maryland. So but yeah, that was pretty incredible right there. And I think mostly New York deliveries. Tanks to New York a few times, maybe 3, 4, 5 times around there. upstate New York, Maryland, and I don't know why I'm thinking one got delivered to like Virginia, North Carolina down there as well with Roadie.com. So yeah, pretty interesting outfit. You guys should look into it if you ever need something. Like if you want to buy something and it's just not, it's out of your way, it's not worth your while to drive, that distance to go get it, Roadie.com might be a good suggestion. I think it's a great suggestion. Call them up, get a rate, and see if it's worthwhile to you, and if it is. And it's just private drivers, people that got SUVs, minivans, pickup trucks, and they just drive all over. And it sounds pretty neat. I mean, like the one guy, the first guy that came, like he said, or another guy that came recently, and he said he came with a box, a 10-foot box cargo van, whatever. And but he said if you're doing like one pickup at a time, it really isn't worth your time unless you're already driving in that direction for something else or whatever and so on. But to really make money, you gotta pick up a couple of things at a time, and that's why this guy had a 10-foot box truck, and because he would do like a lot of pickups and deliver all over the place, all over Jersey mostly, but he would go New York, Pennsylvania, and so on, because that's close to him. But anyways, just wanted to share this story with my YouTube subscribers. Just interesting things that are always happening here at the Fish Tank Guys store in Philadelphia. And I think I gotta start a blog or something, because a blog. So much interesting stuff be happening here at the Fish Tank Guys store. Oh goodness. Someday when I have grandkids, I have some great stories to tell them about fishes and fish tank experiences. Anyways, thanks for watching again. Please hit the subscribe button and the bell alert to get alerts when I post other interesting stories, fish tanks for sale, fish tank related accessories for sale here at the Fish Tank Guys store in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.